Good morning. I'm on the bus on the way to the airport now. I just checked out of my accommodation for last night, just as in. Just had coffee in the morning, which is a nice touch by them, with an espresso machine for free. And yeah, it was a nice place to stop for the night. Thank you to them. And if you do want to stay there as well, it's a good little place to stop, just as in Kowloon. Pretty brief time in Hong Kong altogether. Just a few hours last night and now I'm flying again. I'll definitely be coming back here in the future. For now anyway, this is pretty loud, so just enjoy some scenery and I'll talk to you again at the airport. Just got off the bus. I'm in the wrong terminal. Oops. I'm in the airport and I'm airside now. Check-in, well, it was a bit of a rush, so I didn't film that part. But now I've got about half an hour before I board the flight. So where am I going? If you follow any of my other social media, and you probably know already, or if you followed the vlog from before, then you might know where I'm going. But let me tell you anyway, over the course of this video, why I'm going, where I'm going. So like most good stories, it starts with the same 4 words. I met this girl. It all starts 1.5 years ago. I'm in the airplane toilet, by the way. I met her in Jakarta when I first started traveling, and it was before I really started doing this blog and before I knew how to work remotely. It was completely by chance, really. I met her there and then carried on traveling through Indonesia and then met her again. So we met again in a place called Jakarta, hung out for a few days, and then again both went our separate ways. Cheers. A couple of weeks passed and I was in Bali, about to leave to start my working holiday visa in Australia, because I'd run out of money and that was the plan, go to Australia and start working. Anyway, I was drunk one night, hungover in the morning, and I decided on the spur of the moment to book a flight back to Jakarta to see her. By the way, quick side note before I carry on. I'm in Changi Airport at the moment in Singapore. I think it's like the 5th or 6th time I've been here in the last year. It's a bit weird. I have to go through immigration, collect my bags, and then drop my bags off again and go back through immigration. Anyway, on with the story. So there I was, back in Jakarta a few days before having to fly to Australia, and it was awesome. Those few days were awesome. We went to Java Jazz and both just had a really great time. Java Jazz is a music festival in Jakarta, by the way, if you don't know. But then I had no idea that I could work remotely. I had no idea how I would work in Indonesia or what I would do. So I had to leave and go to Australia. Now the next 6 months in Australia I learnt so much. Firstly, I learnt that I don't want to be working for someone no matter where that is. And then once I figured that out, I started to learn how to work while traveling and I started this blog. But all of that's a story for another day. Anyway, fast forward 6 months and I'm leaving Australia and I'm back in Bali. And guess what? It just so happens that she's in Bali as well. Now this was right when I started the blog. I think maybe the first or second vlog I did, and she's in it briefly. Now this was back in October, so another few months passed. I went to the Philippines, went to Thailand, went home for Christmas, and then back in Bali in January and February. So it got through to March and we were still talking to each other every day. And that's when I realised there's something there. There's something that I at least have to take the risk for. So I went back to Jakarta. Now you guys saw this, I was there for 3 weeks, and a lot of you asked me, why are you in Jakarta for 3 weeks? Well, to cut a long story short, we decided that we can't just go our separate ways again, and I asked her to be my girlfriend and said I'd move to Jakarta. Unfortunately, I'd already agreed to go to China for 2 months. And that's taking nothing away from China, by the way. It was an amazing experience, and I'm so happy that I got to go. And I wouldn't replace that with anything, but it has been difficult. It's been difficult because almost as soon as we decided that we want to be together, I had a commitment and I had to leave for 2 months. But my flexibility and my freedom now allows me to come back and live wherever I want, which right now is going to be Jakarta, which is something I didn't know how to do a year ago. The only viable option in my mind was to go to Australia to do a working holiday visa. But now, after learning how to work remotely, I can choose to live where I want. So all that's left to do right now is board the plane to Jakarta. God, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm in Jakarta now, and I'm just about to go through customs. I just cleaned myself up a little, got my bags, and I'm ready to go through, and she's waiting on the other side. I just want to say that this definitely isn't the end of this vlog. This is just the beginning. This is a vlog about my life, and this is the next chapter of my life. But for now, I'm going to stop filming because I want to keep this moment just for myself. I don't want to put this on YouTube. This is too important for that. So, for now, thank you for watching, and this is my life.